Way back. And while we're back, Bitcoin also moves. What a nice timing. What a nice timing. What's up, everyone? How are you doing? Happy weekend. Hopefully your Saturday so far is good. I had a very good Saturday so far. I informed you yesterday that I wasn't able to provide you with content this morning or in the afternoon because I was gone with my wife. An event with a big group of people, and yeah, we enjoyed ourselves, and now we're back. Now, of course, I came back, watched on Formula One, showered, here we are. So it's not going to be too long of a live stream per se, but it is a live stream nonetheless, which of course is always good. So admin, welcome. Maybe Bennett, how you doing? Samson Y United. Welcome, good to have you here as well. Enjoy your morning coffee. Alexandra, what's up? CO2. Yeah, reloads. I saw your message and then I saw the chart. So I wrote, yeah, not only you. Mr. Friends. Such a legend, Mr. Friends. First of all, awesome guy. Second, magician with regards to CVD. What a guy. So Hike, welcome, good to have you here as well. Lupo, welcome. Pierre, how you doing? Newsly. Okay, so we took the high. Well, that's the analysis. So before I go live, you know, silver short-term updates and, you know, that sort of stuff. So let me literally show you what I wrote in silver. I mean, we didn't even really start the live stream, and here we are. I mean, that's just stupid. So I write in silver, if we are bearish, we want to count. This is literally a few minutes ago, right? We want to count the first move down as an impulse, right? This move here, no? And then we have to think about an impulse diagonal or a double 1-2. A double 1-2 here goes out the window because of the very long sideways range. Leaves a diagonal or impulse. The first move down being a diagonal would mean that wave 3 is longer than 1 and 5 is shorter, and that's not allowed. Impulse, in that case, we want the circled structure to be a 3-wave structure, or sorry, to be a wave 3, right? This one here. High volume, quick move, no overlap, but we do spot a lot of overlap there, and that doesn't favor an impulse. Probability for that move down are higher for a corrective structure. That would mean that there's still another high on the cards here. In that case, keep an eye, you know, just keep your eyes open on signs of strength and the CVD. We also had bullish CVD, of course, also locally bearish, but we're in an uptrend. And now here we are. So, I mean, and now that price is moving, I don't have anything to say anymore locally, because now we just wait for a bigger range to form again. We took the high, and now that's that. So, yeah. Of course, we will zoom out to the 1 hour and the daily and the weekly. You know, we'll do a full overview. But the local probabilities played out. Now, something that I am going to be aware of is the weekend range. Please be aware that by far most commonly, and it's all probabilities, right? There's no guarantees, there's no 100%, but most commonly, the weekend is a ranging structure. So please be aware of flat structures during the weekend. Okay? So please be aware of potential flat structures, which are, of course, in this scenario now, the bearish scenario, because we took the high. So please be aware of this. Go to my settings. Thank you. There we go. So this is your target area for a regular flat. This is the target area for a expanding flat. Wow, what a start. Alexandra G sent me here. She promised me beer and techno. The music already finished. But Alexandra is here. So everyone, if in case, I mean, I would guess most people know who Alexandra is. But hey, if you don't, look, Mark it was the first mod here, and he's well known in the modding community. Maybe a Band-Aid, always been here, awesome mod. Of course, Jeroen now being the first employee. But Alexandra is a mod pretty much everywhere you go. So you may have seen her with a blue name in pretty much any chat. Yeah. Okay. Well, by the way, guys, let me shortly update Silver here, because I didn't. I mean, probabilities were correct, but I didn't necessarily expect this. So, well, that played out faster than expected. So, bearish scenario is a flat. Be mindful, it is weekend after all. Bullish is continuation. Now that price moved quick, wait for a reaction / range. Continue to keep an eye on CVD. Bullish CVDs played out. And let me also post this in Twitter. Lol. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that went fast. Nisley, Bettina, welcome. Hello, everyone. I missed my daily routine by not watching Koens. Sorry, Hunter. But hey, we're here. And tomorrow morning I'll be there as well. But tomorrow, and I'll make sure to write a message in Discord this time. But tomorrow we're gonna move a lot of stuff from the house out. So yeah, I will probably be moving the whole afternoon. And I might not be in a position to make any content after the morning update because of moving, like all the bigger stuff goes out the house. So yeah, I'll write a message. Seriga, welcome. What's up, Koens? Julian, welcome. Shout out from SF. 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 What's SF, guys? Or is it a woo? Or is it a country? Julian, help me out here. Am I like very clueless? San Francisco. Okay. I getcha. Look. I had a long day. Not gonna lie, I was very tired when I came home, but a shower always does wonders. San Francisco, man. I visited San Francisco in 2022. Not too long, but at least we went to the bridge. Awesome experience. Lots of clouds and wind, but really cool. Very, very nice. Got pictures on my PC. But yeah, welcome from the other side of the world, Julian. Good to have you here. Douwe, put my shoulder B. Went to the grocery store. Better safe than sorry. There's always another one. Okay, Alexandra. Yeah, the masterful mod everywhere. What's the alternation on wave 2 and 4? The alternation is something we talk about with regards to structure, right? Meaning simple in a wave 2, complex in a wave 4, complex 2, simple wave 4, right? So meaning zigzag in a wave 2 increases probabilities for a flat triangle or a complex WXY in 4. Time, if wave 2 is short, wave 4 tends to be long, vice versa, right? So you have time, you have structure, and you have depth. Wave 2 has a higher probability of being deep, wave 4 higher probability of being shallow. That's the rule of alternation. Mind you, by the way, that if wave 2 is sideways, meaning complex, but sideways, wave 4 still has a 78% of being sideways. Just so you know. Can never have too little data, no? Dave, welcome. Good to have you here. Johan Boronot, Kramo, welcome, guys. Welcome. Feelings for you. That's very sweet. I also have feelings for all of you. Welcome. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thanks. So the alternation question answered. Boris, welcome. Jen, good to have you here once again. Popping in twice in a row. Welcome. Koens went to the 2022 Pride Parade. Shh. Gotta say, talking about Pride Parades, I guess Amsterdam is a very big one. Of course, the Netherlands wasn't the Netherlands the first country to officially accept gay marriage? I'm not. I think we are like. Oh man, where's this stream going? We're going all sorts of places. Huzam, welcome. Yeah. Wizard, bro, how you doing, man? High probability be flat. A lot of longs taken out. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Reloads, what's up? To choose so you can learn about all zigzag stuff. MT. So first of all, I'll get into the analysis, and the probabilities already played out locally on the 15 minutes. So yeah, I don't have much to add here. But MT, first of all, what I recommend is to, like, these are the free sources, right? Is to go to, so open the description, sorry, go scroll down to Elliott Wave EW Education, and there's a couple of links. One is the website, EW website, which is this one here, right? This is completely free. Everything, you know, lots you need to know. Then you have the playlist. So on the channel, this playlist here will give you all of the information you need to know about Elliott Waves. Yeah. And if you do want to get into a membership, which is all about shortening the learning curve of you with Elliott Waves and getting feedback and answering the questions and private live streams, which we are going to have either today or probably still tonight, then gold is the place to be. So silver is short-term updates. Gold is all about providing feedback, looking at charts, private live streams, helping people counting. They can share charts with me and I give feedback and counter chart myself as well for them. So that's where gold is. And diamond is all about making a plan, building a strategy, trading, setups, insights in how I do things and why I do it like that. So yeah, there you go. Okay. Wait, I pressed the, wait, did I? Okay, we good. Okay, so let's start with the Elliott Wave analysis. Now, what you see on the chart is, of course, not Elliott Waves. It's just very simplistic support resistance areas. I do sometimes like to keep it very, very simple. Now, for the people that just joined, I wrote this in silver just before the live stream, so you can check this one out. But in a nutshell, the probabilities were higher for price to take out the high, and price was at that moment at 66.8, and I was analyzing this move down. And quite simply, right, if you look for bearish continuation or a bigger retracement, or you want to count an impulse down, a 5-wave impulsive structure, a zigzag, or sorry, a double 1-2 didn't work because of the range. A diagonal didn't work because wave 3 is longer than 1, but 5 is shorter than 3, not allowed. And an impulse, well, you don't want all the overlap in a wave 3 here, which we got, right? So the probabilities were higher to still another high on the cards. Now this was posted, by now at least, about 34 minutes ago. And yeah, that was the local analysis. Now, because it is weekend, what I wrote afterwards is this. So the bear scenario is a flat. Be mindful, it is weekend after all. And in the weekend, most commonly, we have sideways ranging structures, and a flat is a sideways ranging structure, right? And so we can observe the reaction, and the bullish CVDs have played out. So that is why just now I had not this one on the chart, this one, because these are the targets for the flats: regular flat, expanding flat, and also a running flat most commonly moves to the higher pivot. But yeah, very nice. So there you go. Let's then zoom out. Okay, beautiful. And go to the higher time frames, because on the 4-hour time frame, the probabilities remain higher for an impulsive structure. And with the move we had to the downside yesterday, which we're going to talk about, and I might have to do some live analysis, those probabilities have remained the same, right? So that's quite interesting. I know, right, Hunter? Yo, Taleb, welcome. Going to 0, yep. Are we at the microwave 4 with a flat or complex pattern? Probabilities here on the weekly, locally, would be higher for a zigzag. Alternatively, WXY, but I like to keep it simple, so zigzag ABC. Okay. So I might have to move a few folders around here because I just went live. And I was like, I'll do this during the stream. Let me get, where's my double 1 2? I want to get the double 1 2. Oh, here we go. And let's just get all of them in here. Up. Okay, and then we have the 1 hour scenario, which is perfectly fine. Okay, cool. And the bull and the bear. Okay, let's move these in as well. Anything else? Anything else? This was very nice. Price moving back into the channel. Okay, we'll keep it like this. Okay. Okay, we good. We good. Sorted. Sorted. How we doing here? What a wick. Okay. Mr. Friends, everyone. Mr. Friends, you still here? Such a magician. What a guy. So he's a diamond member already for a while. Trades using systems. Not sure if you also use AI, Mr. Friends, but bots and stuff, no? And the magician behind CVD. So he is the incredible guy behind the lines that you see on my chart, and very soon I'll be able to share it with all of you. I'm talking to Mr. Friends, and yeah, you know, what a guy. So very, very kind. I still have to respond, Mr. Friends, to your message in Discord, but I didn't have the time today. But I have read it. I've read it. So okay. Let's remove this. Keep it simple. Mr. Frenzy. Yeah, so what a guy. Ooh, gotta continue drinking. But yeah, Mr. Friends, responsible for the beautiful lines. Busy with another update, patch, whatever you like to call it. And allowed to very soon share this with you. Yeah, very exciting. What is green and what is yellow? Oh, that's just a mark of just marking the ranges. And yellow, and I like to color code everything. So yellow count, green count. Okay, let's start. The time is 24 minutes. And we're gonna do an analysis. It won't take a lot of time, but weekly, daily, 1 hour. And well, the 15-minute, we pretty much went over it, but I'll shortly mention that again. And yeah, that's that. No, that is that. So cool. On a weekly time frame, first of all, the bullish scenarios have a higher probability compared to the bearish scenarios. Okay, so taking out the high has a higher probability than any scenario that goes like this. There's a couple of options, and the options get a higher or lower probability based on price moving out of this range to the upside, of course, with regards to the bullish scenarios. So if price moves up, we will have to observe the next range. right? So what kind of range do we get? Because after a double 1-2, we are looking for a very impulsive wave 4 towards the up, or wave 4, nice, very impulsive wave 3 towards the upside, right? 1-2, 1-2, high volume, big move to the upside, a wave 3. After this, a 4-5, 4-5, 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4-5, 4-5, and bigger correction to the downside. Now, something that does give some probabilities, at least, to a double 1-2 is the fact that if we were looking for an impulse in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, end of the bull market retracement, then a wave 4 of a higher degree likes to retrace to the wave 4 of a lower degree, which is this one here. But we have not hit the wave 4 of a lower degree. Now that is an Elliott wave guideline. It's not a rule. It's not that price has to move down to the wave 4 of a lower degree, but it is very common, and we haven't done that, which is interesting. The second option, right, little less relevant, but still interesting. This is a sideways corrective structure. We do have a flat here and a zigzag or WXY, doesn't matter, here. So there is alternation in structure. But if you look at the depth of both of the ranges, it's both a very sideways ranging structure. Now, if wave 2 is sideways, wave 4 still has 78% of being sideways, but it's still interesting to talk about the rule of alternation, right? So we have flat zigzag alternation, at least in a in structure, but not really alternation in like in depth, right? Nor time, really. Take a fib time from the start to the end. No, it's not really in time as well. This range just a little bit shorter than the 1-to-1, which, by the way, is also interesting for a double 1-2, because preferably if you do have a multi 1-2, your second 2 is a little bit shorter than your first wave 2, right? Because you're talking about degrees. This is a higher degree 1-2 compared to this, meaning we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inside wave 3 yellow, we have the lower degree green count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And preferably, your lower degree is a little bit shorter in time and price. So, okay, interesting, right? So that is at least a scenario we have to keep an eye on. Now, of course, what we then want to see is a very big move towards the upside. And eventually, we're going to then be looking for sideways ranging structures that are the size of these. As long as you do not get a range on a weekly time frame similar to these here, right, we're pretty much looking for upside, right? Now, in your most bearish bullish scenario, you only have one more move towards the upside, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wave of 5 towards the upside. Now, as mentioned, commonly a wave 4 retraces to the wave 4 of a lower degree. Hasn't happened, no? At least we hit the common target of 4. Another thing is that common for a wave 4 is to be longer than wave 2 in time. Take a fib time from the start to the end of 2 to the end of 3. We didn't hit the 1-to-1. We didn't pass the 1-to-1. We didn't make a low after the 1-to-1. That is something that you would like to see for a wave 4. It would increase the probabilities, but that hasn't happened. So this scenario is not the greatest. And then we have the scenario here where we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So this is 2 more pushes to the upside. Push up in 5, retracement back in 4 to this range, and another move up in 5. In this case, you want to have a range between 80k and 105k. This is where you want to have your bigger range. If you blast through this area, the probabilities increase for the double 1-2, and then somewhere at a higher price, you eventually get a range. So in other words, the moment you move up on a weekly time frame, we just wait for a range to form, as always, right? It was the same here. The moment we broke out, it's all about waiting for that next weekly range. You gotta wait for a range to form that comes close in size to at least what you have here, which wasn't the case here, right? Look how short this range is in comparison, no? So you can't have this as a wave 2 and this as a wave 4 of the same degree. It's lower probabilities, no? This is better as a wave 4 with this being a wave 2, this structure here, 2, 4. That works better time-wise, right? So yeah, probabilities on the weekly remain higher for the bulls. And then we'll take it from there. So then we have the structure here. I do like the simplicity of just calling it ABC. So leading diagonal in your wave A, 3-wave correction in B, and then a wave C down. Now, we did, of course, end this structure on a high amount of volume. There is something to say about the W, X, and then a wave Y, right? Where we have regular flat, expanding flat, and then a zigzag. But it doesn't matter. It ends at the same low. The target has been hit for both wave Y as well as C. So in both of the cases, you know, preferably you're going to be looking for price to move towards the upside. And here, what you want to see, bullish-wise, is an impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With this move to the upside, an impulsive structure to the upside here increased once more in probabilities, but was already the highest probability, so nothing really changed. But what you're eventually looking for is to have a wave 4, 5 topping out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, create a top, then get a 3-wave retracement to the downside, preferably a zigzag, a quick structure, fast structure, moving into the golden pocket to the the 0.5 to the 786, which is your common target. Now, with regards to resistance, we are currently ranging on top / around this blue box. That blue box, by the way, also hosts a point of control of this whole range. And the value area high is above us at 70K. Now we have some resistance here, 69.1, 69.6, but actually even more interesting resistance really would be 70.8 to 71. And that is because of the volume levels here. It has a daily, weekly, and a monthly naked point of control all at the same level, which is quite unique. So here you see blue 70.9, purple 70.9, and yellow 70.9. Blue is daily, purple is monthly, and that's a weekly naked point of control. So that's quite special, very interesting. Of course, also the point of control is very interesting, but yeah, probabilities locally played out. We took the high and it's still weakened. We'll get to the lower time frame in a second. So yeah, interesting. But eventually what we're looking for is that retracement to the downside. And just because of this wick, by the way, even if you move down now to create a flat ABC, the probabilities are higher to still take the high. So in other words, probabilities are still higher to take out, this high now. At some point, even if you do move down, we're going to be labeling this as a flat. So that makes it interesting to observe price moving to a higher resistances. And again, get that retracement down towards the golden, golden pocket is just very common for wave 2, but at least the 0.5 to the 786. And you can see, let me actually put this on the chart with the trend line here. If I move this target around, you can see, of course, the 0.5 to 786 area is moving around, right? So currently, price would have to retrace to 60.5 to 56.2K to hit the common target for a wave 2. And if you move to 69.5, 61.5 to 56.9, right? And if you move to 70.9, 0.5, confluence with the 6-hour gap top, by the way, golden pocket in confluence with the CME gap and also with the support resistance area in this range. Very interesting. And then you have the 786, which that would be very deep. It's still a common target, or it would be deep though. And you don't want to hit the 886. So you can see that there's still potential for like that solid retracement to move in a common target for a wave 2. The 382 is a target, but it is an uncommon target, right? The 382 is quite interesting for a first bounce. So if you do get a zigzag down, right, will not be surprised to get a move down, hit the 382, move up, hit resistance, and get the second leg down to, let's say, a golden pocket, no? move down, hit the 05, move up, retrace, move down, golden pocket, 786 area, maybe dip a little bit below the golden pocket as if it is lost, then move back up, support bullish CVDs, and continue towards the upside for your wave 3. Something to look out for. The bearish scenario, which at the moment has lower probabilities, is a bigger sideways structure, WXY or ABC. The reason it has lower probabilities is because we need to wait for X or B to create a 3-wave structure. And at the moment we have a single structure. So we're then looking for a 5-wave impulse, right? In a bearish scenario, that's a wave A. 3-wave corrective structure in B. 1 more move up in a wave C to finish X in a common target area of X, or finish your wave B, and preferably X or B finishes after the 382 fib time taken from the start to the end of W or A, sitting on the 17th of August. And by the way, I say it's a bearish scenario, but arguably it's still bullish because it's a longer corrective structure. The highest probability at the moment is to simply count the finished structure. Low in, look for an impulse up. Okay, that's wave 1 or wave A, 2 or B, and then move up in C or 3. Right? That means the second highest probability would be for a continuation of the range. And the lowest probabilities is for this scenario here, which is a double 1-2 for a bigger bear market to the downside. Common target for 2 is where we are now. The moment you hit 69.8, this scenario is significantly reducing in probabilities because the 886, like we hit here, is a rare target for a wave 2, increasing the probabilities for bullish scenarios. Oh, very nice. Okay, and then we go to the 1 hour. Uh, 4 hour. The 1 hour starts to be too low time frame for the move that we have to the upside now. I'll get to the questions in a second. Now the 4 hour time frame is quite interesting, and I'm actually more interested in observing 1 hour compared to 4 hour, and that is because of the beginning. Now, of course, we can count this as a single 1, 2, and then have a diagonal in 1, and then have a wave 3, 4, and look for a wave 5. In that case, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. However, there is here also that potential double 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? And it just depends on the range. So at the moment, the range here, even if you would move down now in a flat and get a retracement, the probabilities are higher, you still move up. In other words, probabilities are higher that sooner or later you still take out this high, even if you would move down for a flat in an A, B, and then a wave C. Which makes the potential 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 also quite interesting. But it all depends on the range. By all means, the higher we go, the more likely it is we're going to start looking for wave 5s to end as well. And to make things very simple, gotta wait for a range to form. Just like here. Just like I analyzed just before the live stream, I'll show it again in a second. Gotta wait for a range and see if the range is bullish or bearish. The first structure to the downside will decide the follow-up, no? So yeah, we are looking for an impulsive structure to the upside, highest probabilities, and depending on the ranges, you know, it's interesting. We are now moving above this resistance box here, and probabilities are still higher to take out this high. Even if you do move down, we are going to count this as a flat ABC, and then you expect still another move up. And then the resistance to the upside here, 69.1, 69.6, gotta wait, do we have the daily? 1 second. Is that an expanding flat target locally? No, that's the 1.618. Okay, never mind. So we are now hugging the monthly here, as you can see, as resistance, for resistance. But yeah, if price would move down right now, flat has the highest probabilities, still looking for another move up. And then your resistance is 69.1 to 69.7. and above that is 70.9. That's a big area. Okay, now with regards to the 15-minute time frame, I'll put it on the stream one more time because of course every time new people are joining, so I think it is important to show what happened. So of course in silver, before I go live, I update the silver members, and I wrote here, so just before, so when price was here ranging 66.8. And this is what I mean with waiting for a range. So I think it's also just an important lesson from an education point of view. If you are an Elliott wave analyst or you want to become one, or you're studying, you know, if you're an expert, you already know this. But if you create a high and you get a first structure down, right, and eventually you wait for a retracement to come or this bigger sideways range, you got to analyze. You only have to actually analyze this structure down. Can you, with a high probability, count this as an impulsive structure down? Now, an impulsive structure means either a simple traditional impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a diagonal, or a double 1, 2. Now, a double 1, 2 goes out the window because of this, the length of this range in time, right? There's no like double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you want to see a big fall down. We didn't get that, no? So that goes out the window. For a diagonal, your wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Wave 3 is longer than 1, shorter than 5, no overlap between wave 1 and 4, which is also uncommon, so doesn't really work, right? Not allowed. The fact that 3 is the longest. And in an impulse, right, we want the circled structure down to be high volume, quick move, and no overlap. But as you can see, this move down, overlap, lots of overlap, right? Doesn't favor an impulse. Probabilities for the move down are higher for a corrective structure. And that would mean there's still another high on the cards here. Now, a bit quicker than expected, because right at the beginning of the live stream, we actually got that move to the upside, but it is weakened. So what I wrote as well, which is pretty much the analysis on a 15, is the bearish scenario is a flat. Be mindful, it is weakened. And the weekend most commonly, just probability, most commonly the weekend is a sideways ranging structure, and a flat is a sideways ranging structure. So this is something that's quite important. And then of course the bullish scenario is continuation, no? But arguably it's weekend, and the bearish scenario, no, it's not bearish because a flat in the end is still bullish, but a flat is very interesting locally in the range. Now that price moved to the upside here on high volume or high increasing volume, generally, from an Elliott wave point of view, it is best to wait for a range to form. Again, right? Wait for price to start ranging locally, 3, 5, 50-minute, 1 hour time frame, whatever your preferred time frame is, and see what price is giving us, right? On the lower time frames. What kind of range do we get? Do we get bullish or bearish CVDs? Are we touching the 886 here or not? You know, those type of things. Now, at the moment, the high has been made between the 0.9 and the 105 Fibonacci, which in flat terms is a target for a regular flat. A regular flat is less common than an expanding flat, and the expanding flat target is this one here. So in your bearish scenario, you have now reached the target area for flats, right? And that's the area over here. In that case, of course, we are counting an ABC in your B. This range, very long sideways structure. I was before going live, I was thinking, can we count this WXY here? I don't want to. This is for chatting and Q&A. So I'll do that in a bit. So the bearish scenario is a flat, and your bullish scenario is continuation. And you just gotta, you know, price moves up, volume moves up. Just wait for a range to form, and take it from there. If you do move down, then we're gonna be looking for a flat, and the probabilities remain higher to still look for this high. Even if you move to the common target for an expanding flat, right? Even if you do reject here and move down, probabilities are still higher. You're looking for a flat and then still have a move up to go. Now in that case, a minimum target for a flat are the lows here, right? Double bottom to the downside. And let's see. Oh yeah, and you also have, of course, support resistance area. That's a really little bit big, but yeah, support resistance area here on the chart as well. So we can make something of that. So yeah, that's that. No? So probabilities on the 1 hour are still higher to move up. Even if you do reject here, probabilities are higher for a flat and still look for continuation, or you just continue like straight up. But now that we took the high and the probabilities played out, you got to really wait for a range to form again, and keep in mind that it is weekend still. If price does move up to the daily, a flat becomes very unlikely, and that is because the 1.618 FIP is on top of the daily, and that is a rare target for a flat. So there you go. There you go. Let me write down the starting time. For all the new people, pin the message. And let's see what price does here now. Could this be something more bullish than a flat? Well, that would just be continuation wave 3. But it is weekend, and generally the weekend is not too famous for like having a wave 3. You can start a wave 3 with a couple of 1-2s, and then by the time the markets are open, you start the wave 3, like, or you get the 3. So you get 1-2s during the weekend, and the 3 goes when the markets are open. It's very uncommon for weekends to host the wave 3. Okay, one second. Let me scroll. Okay, so here, this is where we were. I answered that one. Formula E race. Did you? Oh, Formula E. Okay, have you ever watched Formula E? I think I watched it once or twice. I'm generally I always watched Formula 1. I've never really got into other formulas, but I gotta say that I do like to I love to watch the highlights of Formula 2 and Formula 3 on YouTube. Which one has the probabilities? I guess I can summarize it. Probabilities on the weekly, right, is simply to take out the high, and then we'll take it from there, step by step. So weekly bullish, dailies at the moment also bullish, 1 hour also bullish. And even if you do get a flat on the 15, still bullish. So by all means, and you do have attractive double bottom, some support here as well, potential for a flat in a weekend, quite interesting. So, but you would first need to see signs of weakness. Now we just move up with volume coming in. So 15 we observe, but arguably because it is weekend and generally you don't really start wave 3s during a weekend, the flat would have a higher probability to an impulse, but that's just because of the time, weekend versus markets open. Simply said. And then on the 1 hour, even if you do get a flat here and you get a move down, your probabilities are still higher for price to still move up. Yeah. Hungary quali. Yes, I do. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I think so. By the way, everyone, press 1 if you watch Formula 1, so we get a bit of an idea here. But yes, I enjoyed watching quali. Great to see Norris on 1. Ah man, Piastri was so close. I would love Piastri to get a pole or get a race win. You know what I mean? Like he's knocking the door. Of course, he got a sprint win, but it's not a race win, or he doesn't have a pole yet. So I would like to see him grab one. But great job by Norris. Awesome lap. Red Bull is definitely, over the past couple of races, of course, notably falling behind a little bit, which is good. It's good for the sport. It increases the competition. Mercedes coming in as well, winning in Silverstone as well. Silverstone, I think, or something. Silverstone. They say it like Silverstone. which was a great victory by Hamilton, and that was a very enjoyable race. That was really good. That like such an awesome race in England. So yeah, we gotta love the English English weather. We know all about it here in the Netherlands. Hi, as for a double 1-2 in the weekly, doesn't affect second 1-2 is longer than the first 1-2. The second wave 2 is shorter than the first 1-2. So the first one, wave 2. The first two at about 26, 27k is shorter in time than the one we have now here at 60, 70k. So, and it's all probabilities. So a second wave 1 that I think it is a little longer. Not by much, but of course it could, it impacts probabilities, but in a multi 1-2 like you had at 24k, you can't disregard it just because, for example, a second one is longer. So if we go down, just as an example here, which I think is interesting to show. Wow, I gotta turn this off, eh? Okay, there we go. So when we were down here, look what happened. So this was a double 1-2, and you had many more 1-2s, right? So the FYI, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, bum, right? So many 1-2s. If I take a trend-based fib from the low to the high of your first one to the low of your first two, the second one was a little bit higher, right? Happens. Take one from the low to the, oops, that's the wrong click, to the high. This one was quite a bit longer, still a 1-2. So with the 1-2s on the weekly, they're absolutely, so even though maybe the 1-2 combination, I haven't checked if that's longer, but they're still absolutely valid. Now what's simply most important is that if you do take that high, you gotta observe the range that eventually will form. You gotta have a bigger range. So I guess you've done this maybe, and in that case, it's the same time. Pretty, or not? Yeah, it's so your 1-2 here is the same time as your 1-2 here, so it's not longer in times, and it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So no problems there. Little bit of bearish CVDs if this candle closes, that is. Oh. Bearish on yellow. But also if this candle closes here, you also have, yeah. Or not. Oh no. Not with this. Yeah, I do have with this candle. Lower high, higher high. It's still very young. Very young. With but yeah, interesting. Perez is so gone after Liam lost him his Red Bull seat. That would be quite impressive if you go from no seat to Red Bull. But Perez is yeah, he's looking very weak. Yeah, CME, yeah, the CME gap is interesting to test, absolutely. 1 second here. Gotta quickly type something. Okay, there we go. We back. Ooh. Quite some ones, I see. Could this be something? Oh yeah, so we answered this. What are your bets for next week? Next week. My bets for next week would be, I would like to see a wave. I would like to see a wave 5 top out. So maybe by the end of next week, range in wave 4 or 5. And then early next week on the Monday, so in 2 weeks Monday, grab the high to finish a wave 5 on the 4 hour. And then drop. So basically 1 more week of upside, and then in 2 weeks start the retracement down for at least 1 second here. How long are we gonna? So I guess at least 2 weeks. Let's have a look from the start, and then we're talking Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make a high somewhere here maybe, and then double click, and then minimum target is the 382, which would be 7th of August, high around, yeah, so maybe at the another high at the very end of July to create your 5, right? Finish the impulse up, start the retracement, and then yeah, a minimum of 1 to 2 weeks. Minimum, I would say 1 week, but of course always potential for a longer retracement, 2 weeks. Where's the 1-to-1? That's the 22nd of August. So preferably make your wave too low between the 7th and the 22nd of August. And then by the time we move into September, so then the last week of August, it would be nice to create some lower degree 1-2s. Okay, so basically what I'm 1 second, let me put this on the chart. Okay. And then eventually make a high here, then get a retracement, correct the structure, right? Up, then get a retracement to the downside, right? Make a corrective structure, and then by the end of August create a couple of 1-2s, or like from the 20th, like, you know, mid-August, end August, start a few 1-2s, 1-2, see bullish CVDs, bull, and then in September get your second leg towards the upside. Would be nice because my birthday is approaching, so that would be a nice birthday present. In September, that is. So okay. If we go in wave 3, what's the target? Yeah, high. Wave 3s can on these high time frames just wait for a range to form. I think targets lead to very wishful thinking. Yeah, on a logarithmic scale, your targets are going to be out of this world. It's probably better to use the linears. Let's see. So we have wave 3. That's the 1.618, 76, and 2. I mean, it works 4, 5. Okay, so that's that. So then we have 76.9, which of course would be very shallow. So this is your first 1-2, higher degree 1-2. So, and then you have 1 second, and then you have this. and your target would be 310 for wave 3. And that's on the log scale, right? So you got to be aware that's the log. If we take it off log, then you're gonna have 132. So probably I would prefer to start on the non-log targets here, and then your 132 would be a minimum 3, and then see how price reacts at the non-logs. And once you do move up, you're gonna switch to log if you really go towards 300. But as long as you don't get there, it's, take it step by step and first look at these. And yeah, these targets look quite okay for the log: 76, 100, 154, 200, 310. So 310, that's twice, no? Yes. Wow. There's only $200 difference between two Fibonacci pulls here. Oh well, that would be quite high. Hey, we have a new member. 1 second here. Locksky, welcome. Yo, Locksky has been here for a long time already as well. Thanks for the support, eh? Welcome to the Bronze Squad. Appreciate it, eh? And thank you so much for all the guides you provide to the community. I'm learning so much lately. Awesome. I love to hear it. Thanks for joining the team. Welcome as a bronze member here. Got the logo behind your name now. Appreciate the support, Luxguy. Very, very kind. Thank you. Welcome to the squad. And I'm happy to see that you learn a lot as well. So that is what I like to see, right? So I like to besides providing updates, also educate, and I'm happy to see that people are learning like yourself as well. So thanks for joining, man. Very, very kind. You should watch the last race of the season tomorrow. It starts straight after F1 quali finishes. The last race of the season tomorrow. The quali is already finished, of course. You mean the race, probably. So, okay, who watches Formula 1? Mark, Kiwi, Kevin. Okay, Boris, 1 second, answer this. Andor, yeah, F4 Perez. Piastri for the win. Are you excited when you move to Monaco that you can watch that F1 race live? I'm not moving to Monaco itself. We are moving to Nice for a few reasons, including that is going to be the area where my wife is gonna start and launch her real estate business, and she wants to be close to this is a very nice name because it's called the Golden Zone of Nice, and it's for also a lot more efficient to be in the center. Now we are also moving for, of course, the first time to France, and it's not easy to find a place and be top of mind when you are expats. So my mom is French, and I do have a French passport, but I'm pretty much an expat. So my mom, through connections, got in touch with an apartment owner private owner in Nice, and they once moved to the Netherlands, and they knew how difficult it is to find a place. And we had, it's quite difficult to find a place because there's so much competition, right? So many people that want a place. And if you live in another country, you can't just visit out of nowhere all the time and visit the apartment all the time. And so they said, we can get it done right now. And that's when I immediately flew to Nice to get it with my wife and my mom to get it sorted. So we just have a start. And also Nice is very nice. We have everything very close as well. 10 minutes from the beach, 10 minutes from the train, 27 minutes or something from the airport. Very central, very close to everything that we need. We have a nice view. I mean, it's a great, awesome place. It's a nice place to start, but it's not a place to stay for a long time. And yes, in the future, we are definitely interested in looking at places in Monaco or that area, but it's a nice place to start and build our our businesses and our careers, and build our life basically. I'm 20 years Ferrari fan. You had a couple of very difficult years, I can imagine. Legionario, welcome. Good to have you here. Andor, welcome. So happy that I caught the live now that prices finally made a move up. I'm working on esports. Yo, Andor, I know so many people at the Esports World Championships. Rolf, the president, I say, is someone that I know very well because my background is esports. I've been in that industry now since 2006, so that is 18 years. It's more than half my age. So yeah, man, I say I have been, but I still am in that industry. So yeah, I'm very much up to date with what is happening. And also talking about Riyadh, I was in Riyadh last year. And I was there in December together with His Royal Highness. Of course, you have the names that are like a whole mouthful, but I'll be able to find probably did I post a picture on my LinkedIn, or was I too lazy to post one? Else I have it in my files or on my phone. Yeah, there we go. So His Royal Highness is His Royal Highness, because that's how you talk to them, Faisal bin Bandar bin Sultan, and I believe he has like a final name that's only for the princes. So that's the name. Can I find the picture though? Oh well, it doesn't matter. We're live. I will check it for the next live stream. So yeah, very well connected in Riyadh, and also I'm a board member of the Global Esports Federation, and His Royal Highness was also a board member of the Global Esports Federation. And we had our championships in Riyadh in December last year. So that is why we were there. Yeah. I used to be a player myself, esports. I was a professional esports player for 11 years. Seriga. Like depends of course on the degree, but let's say on a 4-hour time frame there's the potential for a double 4-5. So, and then now creating the second. Yo, Andor, amazing that you work on the Esports World Championships. That's awesome, and it's nice that you're here as well and write about it. Congrats on getting a position there. Also enjoy it, right? Enjoy it. Yes, Bitcoin, the top you mentioned would happen there. That would be brilliant. Everyone talking about, oh, up we go, and then dump. A pretty accurate drawing. Yeah, it would be nice, no? Where can Bitcoin go? Up, down, or to the right? But I mentioned the probabilities earlier. Generally, on the weekly time frame, bullish, daily bullish, 4-hour bullish, 1 hour. 15-minute probabilities would be higher for a flat structure because it is weekend. So in that case, you're just looking for a weekend range. B Team Crypto, how are you doing? What was this? I'm curious. Any trade available to enter? Yeah, no, yeah. Of course he said it 3 times or not. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Mark. Look, if someone writes this 1 time, guys, it's no problem. But if you write this 3 times in a row, Mark did the good thing. Now about this, you always need a plan or a strategy, right? Have a plan, have a strat, and I'm happy to help people creating plans or a strategy, right? That's Diamond as well, but in short, without all of the in-depth stuff and the files and whatnot, you need 6 steps. Just very quickly, okay? Step 1, try as many. So first of all, this is a lack of confidence. That's why you ask the question. You are not confident, so you're looking for signals. Step 1, try as many free tools as you can. Build experience. Step 2, find your favorite tools. Build statistics. Step 3, combine some of your favorite tools. The combination is going to be a strategy, right? Step 4, and build data, more data. Step 4 on the combination. Step 4 is tweak and adjust. So add a tool, remove a tool to that combination and see what it does with the statistics. And then eventually step 5 is start trading it with a low amount of money, work on trading psychology. Step 6, which is the first book in the description. If you scroll down to Elliott Wave, I don't know, trading books or whatever, it says The Mental Game of Trading, that one. Step 6, increase your portfolio size. Do these 6 steps and yeah, you'll be having a high probability of being a consistently profitable trader. Okay, a little bit of bullish CVDs, very, very locally here. Still. Higher low, lower low. Well, let me keep the target on the chart like this. Pum, pum. Yeah, that's better. Golden pocket of Nice. Yeah. Yep. It's freaking hot in Central Europe. I mean, it's 31 degrees here now as well. Probably in the south as well. Ah. Yeah, also September, baby. Yep. 24th of September here. The Formula E race final is tomorrow. It starts at the... But you call it a final. Or the final race. Or the race finale. I'm not sure. How many people fight for the championship? Did a company ask you to move for work? If immigrant. Oh, immigrant. Sorry, yeah, Lucifer. Immigrant. Not expat. Immigrant. We're just moving ourselves. Yeah, I don't have a job. Royal Highness sounds like a nickname for many Dutch people. His Royal Highness, yeah. So we get to wave 5. What can we expect min downside to be for a corrective wave? The 6-hour gap would be a nice minimum target, which would also be in confluence with the 05. If we do move to 70.9k, then the 6-hour gap top lines up with the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is a common target for a wave 2. So, 62 lower, yeah, would be solid. Gotta find the chat. There we go. Bitcoin coming soon. 40k in 3 months. Please go short. Go short. It's Rex. Ever since watching your videos, my trading skill got a lot better and literally 95% win rate. Wow, that's a good win rate. 95%. Over what period are we talking? That is insane. And everything I've learned just connected and makes sense. I'm happy to hear that. Wow, that's amazing. 95% win rate is very high. That's very high. If you can keep that up, right? Be patient, follow the plan, execute on your plan, stable psychology, read that book, work on the exercises. That's amazing. This is such a good message. That's such... Wait, I want to screenshot this. Screenshot. Up. I'm going to send it to myself. That's awesome. That's so cool. Holy moly, 95. Now that is a win rate. Of course, it's all like probably in time, right? It's gonna drop, but it's the consistency that matters. If you have, if you have a 50% win rate and you have a 1 to 3 RR on the trades, you're already very profitable. 95 is insane. That's very good. Congrats. 69x. I mean, 3 drivers with 7 points separating them, and 2 of them are Kiwis. Okay, I see why you're watching Formula E. Okay. By the way, Liam Lawson, I believe, is also a Kiwi, no? So that would be exciting for all the New Zealanders, all the Kiwis, I should say, seeing their drivers moving into the formulas and doing well. Liam Lawson doesn't have a seat yet, but if Perez, I mean, I'm very interested to see what happens in the summer break in Formula One. It's already quite an interesting time because of Hamilton moved to Ferrari, and then you have, that pretty much started everything. So it's quite exciting. And of course, Liam Lawson, if he doesn't get a seat, I believe for 2025, he's going to be a free agent and he's going to go out of the Red Bull program, and he can get a seat elsewhere. So either Red Bull is going to keep Perez, they're going to switch him for Liam, or you have Ricciardo. But so far, Ricciardo has not been very impressive against Yuki Tsunoda, and Yuki Tsunoda is not going to get that seat by the looks of it, whatever he does. So he had a big moment today as well, yo. He was flying into the wall. Wow, his car just. I'm so curious if someone made a picture of him launching up before hitting the wall. Oh, let's have a quick look. I mean, there must be a picture. Like someone must have, before he actually hit the wall. Tsunoda crash. Do we have a picture of him actually flying? Like that was such a... No, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, of course it's this, but I look how high he. So this is it, but I want to see it from the side. Look how high he is in the air before hitting the wall. He almost flew over the side, over the boarding. That's insane. This is easy 1 meter above the ground in a Formula One car, right? He got lifted. These borders, if you see the marshals walking next to the borders, these borders easily go hip height, right? Like if you stand next to this, if not higher, right? Like he's flying, yo. I think if you have a picture from the side of this, and preferably, of course, the other side, you got yourself a golden picture. I'm happy Yuki walked away without any problems, but this is insane, right? That's insane. What a flight from Yuki there. Yo, it's like the height of the wheel. Yeah, easy, absolutely. Like it's really high. Look at the right side. I mean, look how high this is above the ground. No. I would like look at the border here and the wheel. I mean, it might be perspective, but this wheel is really high compared also even to the border. Of course, his luck is it's not the other way around. This wheel is lower hitting the border. It's not like this left one was the same height as the one on the right. It might have been dodgy, but they might want to work on the curbs there, no? Because that's a dangerous one, that one. So if not with Red Bull, yeah. I don't know, yeah. What other options are there? We still have one Williams seat, but there's a lot of competition. Sainz doesn't have a seat yet. Ocon might go, to that team. You have Audi still, which is Sauber, of course. They are awful, huh? Sauber not too great. Okay, we get a little bit of a range. A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't mind seeing an A, B, C, but then let's put a line on this one here. Potentially here you of course have an impulsive structure for A, B, extended C. And in that case, 1, 2, 3, highest volume, range in 4, grab the high one more time and then down or directly. But this is not really wave 3-ish. So yeah, higher. You got to think probabilities, but you grab the liquidity. You could get a double SFP. Common target area for a flat is, of course, this area here. Let's remove this now. Pop, pop, pop. Everything open. Yeah. Interesting. Daily naked point of control. Low of the range. Double button. Whoop. Yeah. So we invalidated this small little bullish CVD. It's a 3-minute time frame. But we still got this one here. Oh well. Lots of mess on my chart now. Off. There we go. Clean it. Adrian Newey moved to Ferrari. That would be something. Like, he doesn't have a team yet, right? No one yet got him on the team. So that is quite exciting. I think the story around Adrian Newey, I mean, he's already a legend in the sport, but I think, he's so good in what he does that any team that gets him, is going to be very happy, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, what a guy. A legend in the sport. Of course, he can also still retire. The sausage curb, yeah. Yeah, he definitely has big wings, absolutely. Maybe a Band-Aid. Cheers, man. Thanks for hanging out. And enjoy some grocery shopping, what's up, Ali? Welcome, Ali. Good to have you here. Hey, guys, I think it is... Adam, by the way, welcome. Good to have you in here. I still have to reply to your DM. Today was a busy day. I don't really think that tonight I'm going to do a lot. Might just chill with the wifey. Maybe a live stream for gold, or shall I answer some questions in gold, or take it over the weekend? I gotta see. It's been such a busy day though. Later in the past, welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome. So we analyzed the chart as we always like to do. What a timing, by the way. The moment we clicked on go live, eventually price pumped up. So that was quite exciting. But we went through the chart, we analyzed the chart, and how long have I been online for? 1 hour, 1.5 hours almost. That's good. It's good, especially after the day I had. So hopefully it was helpful, right, with regards to the probabilities. In a nutshell, you can go to minute 25. But in a nutshell, weekly time frame bullish, daily bullish, 4 hour. Even if you do move down here, the probabilities are higher for a flat structure, which means still bullish, and taking out the high that we made now, but then at a later stage, even if you go for a flat. If you don't know what I talk about, make sure to check out the analysis earlier in the live stream. And because it is weekend, a flat is very attractive locally, as most commonly the weekend is a ranging structure, and a flat would work very nicely with a range. So very, very interesting. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for being here. And tomorrow morning there will be an update, but in the afternoon, so the altcoin stream will change, because tomorrow afternoon I will be moving lots of stuff from our house out of the house. So we have a trailer and all that stuff, and it's going to be a very busy day. Lots of running around with our stuff, and the couch and the carpets and closets and all the big stuff. So it's gonna move, and my dad's gonna help, and my brothers and whatnot. So it's gonna be quite the day, and I won't be able to do a live stream in the afternoon because we're gonna be moving, and I probably won't be able to do one in the evening as well because of this. So I'll let you know about the altcoin stream. We might just put it on the Monday. Let me check my agenda here while we're at it. Mondays I don't really have. I can go live on Monday, but for altcoin stream I do like to have more time. Maybe we'll put it on Tuesday, the 23rd. Do we have any news on Tuesday? No. Okay. Well, we can do it on Tuesday. Yeah, I think that works better. I definitely have more time compared to Monday. Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds good. Sounds pretty good. So, thanks everyone. I'll make sure to write this down as well, so that tomorrow everyone is informed in Discord and all, on YouTube and also in Telegram. I'll write a message. So thanks for hanging out, being here, and I'm gonna catch you at the next one. Right? Cheers.